What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another TDH upload. Today's video is going to be working on the J16 Carolina Skiff. If you guys haven't seen the first video, go ahead and hop back and check that last upload out, and that'll give you the backstory on this J16 here. Long story short, guys, this video is going to be kind of sporadic, at least at the beginning. You're going to see me out at the boat ramp. We actually put the boat in the water, and we had FWC check it over, run the whole identification number, and obviously we just did the float test and everything came back clean. The boat itself is clean, it's not stolen, none of that silly nonsense, and it does hold itself up above water. Now, we did a few things before we put it in the water, and I'll turn the camera around and show you just real quick. My good buddy Jack, who was kind enough to help me with the formula, you guys have seen him before. He was kind enough to slide on by this past Sunday and help me basically just go underneath this gel coat here and confirm that there was no major damage or structural damage to the boat. I was really concerned. This area was the worst of it, mainly around the drain. But if you guys look right here, you can see some of the gel coat has chipped away and it's cracking, and it just looks terrible. It does not look pretty at all. And I was really concerned that once we sat it in the water that it was going to take on some water, or at least take it inside of the hole into the foam. And it may already be, wet, but I just don't want to deal with any more of that nonsense. So he was kind enough to come through, clean this area up for me, rebed the drain plug a little bit, and then we dropped it in the water, and I'll show you guys that footage. FWC was not happy that I had my little 6 horsepower on there with the fuel tank, all of my Coast Guard gear, and no Florida numbers on the side of the boat, but they were kind enough to run through the whole number with me and basically make sure that this boat wasn't stolen, it's not hot, and so that I can register it, excuse me. So I think here in the next couple of weeks we'll be able to get squared away with the registration. The guy that I purchased this from, I'm going to be meeting with him tomorrow to get the bill of sale, because unfortunately I wasn't able to meet up with him when I picked up the boat, but I did want to bring you guys up to speed on that. So I'm going to throw in the clip from Sunday when we water tested the boat, and then you guys will see me going back to sanding. So that's what we've been doing, sanding. You guys can see all my stripes going back and forth, and then the low spots are actually in the floor. Those are actually, I'm assuming, the ribs where they laid the foam and then put the floor down on top of it. So after, it's 20 some odd years of sitting in the Florida sun, it's pretty obvious to see. So what I'm probably gonna have to do is get my other DA with the soft pad and try to come in here and at least grind out these little dips, and then from there we should be ready to at least throw some paint on this interior. Jack's gonna help me repair this guy here. This is a major crack inside of the gunnel, and he has already seen all of this and confirmed that he was gonna give me a hand. And then I do have one small one right there, so we're gonna get that repaired. Other than that, guys, I got a lot of positive feedback on this boat. A lot of people are telling me to keep it, hold on to it, at least see how it does. So I think what I'm gonna do, if I don't come across a 25 horsepower tiller, I mean, I found a couple of them, but they're kind of hit or miss on the prices. And I did find a center console, so I'm kind of debating on maybe pulling this section out, glassing up these holes here. Obviously, all this is gonna be cleaned up, and then moving this seat forward a bit, and then putting a center console here with a fiberglass cooler seat, and maybe going from there. But I don't know, it's all up in the air right now. Let me throw this clip in there and you guys can see that. All right, guys, well, we were gonna try to film us dunking the boat, but unfortunately FWC's here and we don't have any stickers on it, and they jumped on our ass immediately. So I just wanted to show you guys that it does float, and it is somewhat legit. It is legit. Go ahead and step in it real quick. She's there. And amazingly, it's not taking on any water. Cool. Well, FWC's sitting here waiting on us. I turned the camera around to show you guys, but I don't want him looking at me, filming him. So we don't need to draw any more attention to ourselves. Thank you guys for helping me out. Guess we'll throw her on the trailer. It's a new day in the shop, guys, and I'm sure you're sick and tired of watching me sand this freaking hole down. I think what I'm gonna do is sand the rest of it off camera and check in with you guys once I am wrapped up. But I did want to let you guys know that I was able to meet up with the original owner of the vessel, and he was kind enough to sign over the bill of sale, give me a copy of his identification and everything that I needed, so that way I could go down to the tax collector's office and hopefully get some numbers for this boat. So let me show you guys here. I've obviously got our addresses blocked off here, so that way you guys can't see that, but got a signature, got the official bill of sale for the state of Florida. So I am really excited to get this down to the tax collector's office and again, hopefully get some numbers for this boat. Anyways, you guys can see that she's in the shop. Fits nicely in here. I had to do some rearranging. I had to move the engine to the formula. This thing is really getting on my nerves. I'm ready to put it in the freaking boat. I wish I was done with the bilge, but we're almost there. I think what I'm gonna do is glass up some more of the bilge and prep to drop this in with some paint. I may use the same paint that I'm gonna paint the interior of this just to paint the bilge. That'll save me a few bucks and get that motor out of my sight and back in the boat where it belongs. From there, guys, I'm not gonna bore you with much more talking. Now that the boat is in the shop, I'm gonna just make headway, keep sanding along, and then once my buddy has some free time, he's gonna come through and start helping me repair these cracks and these damages, the little dings and stuff. I figured out the interior color that I wanna do. I'm probably gonna go gray. I'm gonna do the Total Boat bilge epoxy, or I mean, it's like a bilge coat, but it's from Total Boat. That's what the interior is gonna be, and I'm gonna leave the exterior color up in the air for right now because I have 2 or 3 different color choices and I'm not quite sure which route I want to go. So anyways, guys, that is that. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Be on the lookout for the next upload for the Skiff, and hopefully I'll be giving you guys an upload or an update here on the formula soon. I'm setting my pennies aside, kind of playing the waiting game, but I think I may kill 2 birds with 1 stone by the paint for the interior, finish glassing up the bilge in there, get all of that sealed up, ready to rock and roll. That way I can paint that and then hopefully drop this guy back in and blah, 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 blah. Everything that I've already said. So, all right, guys, thank you so much. I'll see you guys in the next upload. Later.